During the most recent economic decline, few industries have been hurt more than the mortgage industry. For most mortgage bankers, the business landscape has dramatically changed in the past 18 months, and there is uncertainty about the future. Because of the drastic changes in the mortgage industry, lenders are venturing into uncharted waters.
We've been through the most tumultuous market in history. I've been in mortgage banking a long time, and over the last 5 years, I've seen so many changes and so many economically driven impacts to the industry that it's been a hard time. It's been a hard market, mainly because of regulation and reform that, in my opinion, has been implemented to definitely improve the industry, make things primarily better for the consumer, our borrowers, and I'm a big fan of that. But it's been definitely challenging to overcome some of the regulation that's really always been there, but never been enforced.
However, success is possible in the current economy, and even more so in the mortgage industry. Matthew Pineda is president of Castle & Cooke Mortgage in Salt Lake City, Utah. He says that his company is not only surviving, but thriving.
From day one, we went live with a paperless platform, and that technology gave us the ability to make commitments to the marketplaces that we served, that we could close our loans in 3 days, guaranteed, or we would waive our fees. And we did. From day one, we have closed every loan within 3 days' time, and we have never once waived our fees, because we've never had to. And we talk about challenges in the industry and changes due to reform. The RESPA reform has now required consumers to have 7 days to review their initial disclosures, and it prohibits a lender from lending within 7 business days. So now we close our loans on the 8th business day, but we still guarantee it's 3 days from the time that file is received in underwriting.
Mountain West Capital Network is a 25-year-old organization. We're one of the most well-recognized and established organizations in the state of Utah. One of the functions that we have is to recognize Utah's fastest growing companies, and we do this through an annual event called the Utah 100. As the president, I get to watch percentage growth from companies year after year that is phenomenal. To see Castle & Cooke post 16,133 percentage growth, that is just fun to watch and fun to be a part of.
The mortgage industry has seen its share of layoffs in recent times, yet Castle & Cooke Mortgage has cultivated loyalty among its staff and has not had to lay off a single employee since it opened its doors. Creating value for not only the borrower, but also for the employee has been key.
Because we haven't had to hire a whole bunch of people because of our technology, we have never needed to lay anybody off as a result of a moving market. A very few number of people can do many great things, and over the years our volume has grown. We've surpassed the $1 billion mark many times over, and we've done it with the same number of people we had on staff when we opened our doors day one.
Pineda believes in a solid commitment to service, utilizing technology and doing business with integrity. He is involved with every level of production, which enables him to make better decisions and stay ahead of the competition. In fact, he has implemented 100% paperless technology to streamline the loan process from application to funding.
The two main benefits for our clients is that we can close on time, which is unique, and they can see where they are throughout the entire process. Paperless technology gives us the ability to close loans today, make a commitment today, deliver on it tomorrow, and show them where they are throughout the entire process. The borrower is in control of their experience at Castle & Cooke Mortgage.
As an accomplished professional rodeo cowboy, Pineda has learned how to take the bull by the horns in the mortgage business also. Rather than allow the new regulations to hinder him, he has used his thirst for knowledge to understand how to make them work for him.
As a good horseman, and I'd like to consider myself a good horseman, you know that you have to be proactive as opposed to reactive in anything that you do when horses are involved. Accidents happen when you're reactionary. In mortgage banking, there's no difference. There's so many changes that we have to deal with every day. If you react to those changes, you're off pace. You're going to experience challenges. If you are proactive relative to changes, then you're a step ahead, and you're doing things the right way as opposed to doing them the wrong way and then trying to make up for the mistakes that you made.
Castle & Cooke was founded in Hawaii in 1851 as a department store that sold farm tools, sewing equipment, and medicine, later expanding into real estate and residential, commercial, and retail development. The mortgage division opened its doors in Salt Lake City in 2005 with 7 offices. Since then, it has grown to 35 offices nationwide.
When we opened Castle and Cooke Mortgage, we opened it in the most tumultuous market ever. We knew we were going into hard times, and we knew we were going to experience things that we'd never seen before. So we went live with a paperless platform that gave us the ability to minimize our costs every day. We went live with a commitment to traditional service, meaning mortgage transactions that weren't exotic, things that people have known about since day one of the mortgage lending industry. We prided ourselves on doing things traditionally with a new flair for service, an implementation of technology that set us apart from others, and a reputation on we'll close our loans in 3 days or we're going to waive our fees.
Pineda says that Castle and Cooke Mortgage has a good idea of what people are looking for in today's cluttered and confusing home mortgage marketplace. They know it isn't merely a matter of finding a company that can deliver a better rate. It's also a matter of finding a team of people who can deliver a better mortgage experience.
Finding a staff of people that recognize the value of service and then empowering them to deliver that message every day without having to come back and ask, is that commitment to service real, gives them the ability to do great things. And if they're doing great things, then Castle and Cooke Mortgage as a company is doing great things.
Everyone that comes and talks to Matthew and sees our office and sees and feels the vibe want to work here. And on top of that service vibe, we have all the products, we have the pricing, everything's competitive. And that paperless processing that we offer, where we can actually do the loan from processing to funding in-house, is so unique in this market. And that gives us the edge, and people want that edge in a land of so many fish in the sea. You have to stand out, and we stand out.
Castle and Cooke Mortgage, LLC. We know a quicker way home. To learn more about Castle and Cooke Mortgage, visit castlecookemortgage.com.